Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Kelazhur and Snute on Honorgrounds, the latter edition. This is from WCS Austin 2017, which is in Texas and the United States of America. And let's take a look at these players. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Snute from Team Liquid. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Kelazhur from Root Gaming in the nation of Brazil. So here we go, a ZVT. This is from the round of 16 playoff from WCS Austin. They did release their replay pack a while ago. Finally got a chance to sit down and cast a couple of them. And again, with my buffer, I think I probably got these about 7 or 8 days ago, and it's finally showing up at the channel because I have a week-long backlog of videos just in case something bad happens. That's the idea, right? I have a buffer just like a lot of cartoonists have a buffer as the hatch first comes down from Snute. Just because if something happens, like I have a day where I lose my voice, that's happened before. Or I have a day where I'm planning on casting and I can't do it because something happens with one of my kids, they get sick, or we have to go get something from the store, then it's not a big deal. I can catch up later, my videos will post as normal the next day, and it's just a lot less stressful. So that's what the week buffer is for, so you don't have to miss anything. You never miss a day. Never miss a day of StarCraft. It's over 2 years now with never missing a day. Who else can say that? Honestly, who else in the YouTube-verse has been posting videos every single day for 2 years? I'm sure there's someone out there I've never heard of, but thinking the people I'm familiar with, they take days off. They do. And you know what? I can totally understand that because a lot of those people are creative YouTubers, which means they create entirely original content. Whereas I'm casting stuff that's happening in front of me. So it's not, doesn't really take away or take any of the creativity out of my brain, which I think there's a limited pool per day that you have to use. So it's easier for me to do this than for someone to like come up with new cartoons, somebody like Carbot, for example. But regardless, I'm pretty happy with the streak that I'm on. All right, so it's a Reaper coming out for Kelazhur. This Reaper's name is Archie Andrews. Tired of him playing the field with them, Betty and Veronica frame him, and Veronica uses her family's money and influence to get Archie transferred to the Reaper program. Holy shamoly, Archie's inside a Reaper suit now. He's going to die because his girlfriends were mad at him, which is totally fair. I mean, I don't know how they handle this in the current incarnations of Archie, which I think exists. But in the old days, I mean, he was basically like in love with both of them and kind of played them both off each other. And I mean, it wasn't malicious in the sense that he's trying to hurt anyone, but he just didn't have the guts to choose one person and be honest with the other one. So it's just turned into a giant problem. And I can totally see Veronica getting her dad to get Archie sent to the Reaper program where he can get murdered by Zerglings, especially because he scouted the wrong direction. He scouted the wrong direction first. He's going to find Snute, like 3 minutes into the game, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. And there are already queens out, which is bad news, and he's just getting stabbed in the face, and he's like, maybe I can outrun them. Go. Nope, KD8 charge thrown into the mineral line is the best that he can do. Lings trying to get through this wall. There's not even a wall, but there are 4 Marines at the top. Those Lings could have gotten through. Oh, speed's done. Are the Marines in trouble? They might be in trouble. SCV's trying to come in here as well. Save the Marines, but target firing the Marines means the Marines are all gone, but then the SCVs clean up the Lings afterwards, so Marines dead, but doesn't really matter, I suppose. 2 Lings trying to kill Archer. KD8 charge, hitting the Lings. Mid-air kill by Archie. Nicely done, dude. He doesn't have credit for any kills, but the KD8 charge definitely had a big hand in those 2. Regardless, so going back home, trying to save his friends, his Terran friends in the program. Oh, shoot. Caught out in the middle of nowhere. Doesn't even try to run. And Archie is dead with a KD8 charge as his tombstone. Alright, so pretty interesting little back and forth so far. Third base coming in for Snute. Natural base done for Kelazhur inside his natural base location on this map. And reactor on the factory, which means the starport's going to choose it, which means we're going to see about a 5-minute drop of Marines out of Kelazhur, which Snute, I'm sure, has seen 300 times in the last week. So he knows what to do. He knows what to do about this. It's going to be queens. It's going to be speedlings. I don't think you really even need to have roaches out to handle this. Just if you keep good attention as to where the drop is coming, right, and try to kill the units as they're being unloaded, not when they're already all unloaded. Those are the kind of the keys to make this happen. It's not easy. It's not easy, but Snute's up to the task, I think. I just noticed he took his third base down this right side of the map. I mean, it's not a ninja or anything like that, but he hasn't taken this base inside his own main base area. Which is weird. Which is weird, isn't it? I mean, maybe he doesn't want to get dropped there. It is kind of a crappy place to defend. You have to run all the way up this ramp and all the way back to get to it, whereas the other stuff's kind of right next to each other. So as far as distance running goes from any given location, it kind of makes sense to do it this way. I kind of like what Snute's doing here. Might have to emulate it in my playing a little bit. So moving out across the map here. Drag, dang you. Drag, mouse. I need a new mouse. That's what I need here. Going to try to drop. There's not a natural base. What? Says Kelazhur. All right, we're going to kill a creep tumor anyway. Another creep tumor dead. But look, you're killing nothing. You're giving time for Snute to come up here with a bunch of lings and 4 queens. 5. What the queen count? 6 queens, actually. And Kelazhur decides to retreat. So I killed some creep tumors. Yay for me. Snute doesn't care. He has 6 queens on the map right now. He can make as many creep tumors as he could possibly ever desire. And the drop kind of got shut down. So interesting play here from Snute. I like it quite a bit. Unloading again in this natural base location is Kelazhur. And he's got his Marines. He's got Stim. He's working on +1/+1 on those dudes as well. I don't know where you're going, though. He's going to kill some more creep tumors, I guess. Yeah. Kill some more tumors. Ah, Snute just planted these. Come on, man. The lings coming up to defend with the queens. Ah, roaches are out now, though, and that is the sign. Kelazhur says, I can't stand against a roach queen army with just Marines. Yeah, Marines just, they die immediately every second or two in that situation. Another medevac shows up with Marines, but it's just not enough. It's not enough. The upgrades aren't good. Maybe in 10 minutes when the upgrades are +2/+2, you can handle that with just Marines. But right now, no. Nope, roaches can do very well for themselves in the first few minutes of this game against roaches, or against Marines, even if they have medevacs. So many barracks coming up for Kelazhur. You're going to want Banelings, Snute. You're going to want Ravagers. You're going to want Infestors. If at all possible, getting upgrades for his missile attacks. So probably not going Baneling here. He's probably going Roach Ravager, which is good. Which is good up to a certain point. Again, the upgrades play into it. Really good. For about, I would say, 13 minutes is where things start to go bad against a pro player who's playing Terran. So Snute has a window where this can work. He needs to be able to tech into something else around that point, though. He needs to be able to get Ultras or Broodlords or just a lot of Infestors, something like that. Roach Ravager by themselves, again, good for the next 6 minutes, but not forever. Not forever. Medevac flying on in to, again, see if there's a natural base or anything planted in the natural base location. There's not, which is weird. Which is really weird, trying to fly into the main base here, but there are roaches, there are lings, there are queens, there's a spore crawler coming up as well. He's going to unload anyway. Seems like a bad idea. And he's going to retreat. So he's out. Meanwhile, smaller attack coming down to attack this third base. And again, roaches and queens are here. Kelazhur getting rebuffed. Kelazhur hasn't really done much here. He's killed 16 Zerglings, which seems like more than I would expect. 11 creep tumors and 2 queens, but that's it. He wants to kill more than that at this point. He wants to kill drones, which he hasn't done any of right now. Killing more creep tumors, venting his frustrations on these creep tumors. Bunch of roaches and lings here, gonna chase after him. He runs away. One Marine dies, gets left behind, and Kelazhur retreats. So maybe Kelazhur should be rethinking this a little bit. He's like, you know what? Why am I sticking to this strategy? The answer is because it's been good since Wings of Liberty, Marine, Marauder, Medevac. There's no real complaints about it at all. Again, another small attack at this natural base location getting shut down. The roaches have +1/+1. The queens have +1/+1. It's just not good. Not a good place. So again, I've been playing the Brood War campaign, which I think I've told you about once or twice on the channel recently here. And it's crazy how they teach you to play the game wrong in the campaign, isn't it? They start you out with nothing, and your enemy has everything. So there's no reason to early harass because you can't. If you try to move out with a couple zealots, there's already like 18 Zerglings and 17 Hydras at that base you want to go harass, and so he dies immediately. So it just teaches you the strategy of sit back in your base, defend, 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 get up a huge army, march across the map, and win, which is not multiplayer strategy. It's so different. It is so incredibly different from what you have to do to win on the ladder. They just teach the players wrong. It's really weird. It's really weird how they do that. It's something that's not new, right? It's not new. Back when I used to smurf under the name Super Pikachu on the ladder in team games, as some Marines come up here to this fourth base of Snute, which is at the gold. Are there enough roaches? Yeah, enough roaches to chase these guys away. A lot of Marines, but enough roaches to defend. Super Pikachu, one of the things I would say to basically cement my noobness was say I beat the game 3 times, all in caps and misspelling the word beat. And that makes people freak out because they're like, okay, this person is really good at beating the campaign. He's going to be terrible in this team match. And my goal was to get people to leave the match, my own teammates to leave, which, again, it was trolling. I was, 18 years old. Come on. I thought it was hilarious. It actually was hilarious. Can't really do it as much anymore, though. Can you change your... I guess you could get a name change. Super Pikachu for a while and then maybe change it back with a paid name change. But anyway, that was the point. So campaign teaches you garbage strategies for the ladder. I don't know why they do that, but it's fun. So Numidice Carapace coming in for Snute. We also have a Greater Spire being researched. Can Kelazhur get in here and murder Snute before the Broodlords show up is the question of the day. Is he ready for Broodlords? I don't think he is. He has no Vikings whatsoever. So that's the plan. Snute's going to hold with Roach Ravager, Queen Ling. Corrosive Bile's taken down tanks very nicely until the Broodlords come out, and it's going to work out massively well for him. He's 10 minutes in. He already has the Greater Spire on the way. He's already making Corruptors. He's already maxed out. So he can just hold. He can just hold here. The tank count isn't high enough for Kelazhur to make this work. He's trying to do it with Bio, but the Bio against Roach Ravager, especially with +2/+2, is just not going to be ample, it turns out here. So Kelazhur checking, is there a base up here yet? No. Snute has no interest in taking this base, Kelazhur. You can keep checking it. Not going to happen. And I don't know what percentage of success can be credited toward not taking a base there, but Snute's going to actually lose his 4th here. Oh, big time attack. Marines and Marauders with +2/+2 taking down that hatchery. That hurts. That hurts. The Fungal Bile getting rid of one of the medevacs that had a bunch of units in there as well. Got to replace immediately, and he does. Replaces immediately. He's got... Oh, he is building a base up here at his natural now. Hooray! Snute's doing it. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, 5th base down here for Snute. Is that really? Yeah, 5th base and a 6th base inside his own location. Now, Kelazhur is getting a sensor tower up. He still has no sign that he knows Broodlords are coming. He has a single starport. No Vikings in the sky. He's going to try to make up for it as soon as he sees these Broodlords, which are just now morphing into existence, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think there will be enough time for him to respond here. So, again, Roaches, Ravagers, good. Fungals on everything, though. Oh, the Fungals hurting so bad. Not enough to kill them for the most part here, but double Fungal actually might be. This is a pretty good back and forth right now. Still pushing his Kelazhur. He's going to take down this 4th base. Once again, Corruptors in the sky, trying to make Broodlords right at the site of this location and this army. I'm not sure Kelazhur notices this is happening, but there are Broodlords now. There are 2 with several more on the way here. 4th base gone, trying to be replanted, trying to be murdered. And here it is. Broodlords are out. There are 4 at this location. That's enough to make Kelazhur pop on out of there. He's still not making any Vikings, you guys. He's not making additional starports. I don't know why he's doing this. I don't know what's happening here, but he's got +3 attack done. Dang, he's got +3 attack done, +3 armor, about to finish here in approximately 40 seconds. It can feel like an eternity if you're waiting for it. Broodlords, there are 6 of them as soon as this one finishes. So Broodlords, a maxed out army of Broodlords, Roaches, Ravagers, and Infestors. I think you might need to take it to Kelazhur. If he sits back, he lets Kelazhur change up what he's doing. He lets him get those Vikings, which again shows no... There he is. There he is. Now he's double pumping Vikings. All right, so now can Snute get enough damage done to kill Kelazhur before the Viking count gets so high the Broodlords are effectively useless? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. There's another Fungal Bile on an empty medevac. Does get it, though. Medevac's killed 5 with Fungal Bile, essentially, and some Queens. It's not easy to do. If you want to kill medevacs, you got to really have Corruptors. Oh, that was weird. I think these Roaches tried to Corrosive Bile. Oh, yeah, Fungal Bile. A medevac that was already gone, which is odd. All right, here we come. Kelazhur coming in. The +3 is done in 6 seconds with his Marines and his Marauders and his medevacs and his tanks. Again, trying to go to places where the Broodlords are not, abusing the immobility of those Broodlords. Broodlords flanking from the left side, but they're undefended by anything else right now. No, 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 no. Oh, getting right under them. The Broodlords are gone. Oh, that's how you do. But there's the Fungal Bile trying to do this thing. But we're at 13 minutes and 50 seconds. The upgrades are done for Kelazhur. The Vikings are out. Suddenly it's 170 to 155 total supply. Snute tried to attack without defending his Broodlords. No support for them. They are totally toast now. He's making more Roaches. He's making more Ravagers. He's getting more Infestors as well. But Kelazhur in a really commanding position right now. He's making a 5th base. He's set up outside the natural base of Snute. The 2nd best base he's taking. Corrosive Biles are taking down tanks. But is it going to be enough is the question of the day here. Spore Crawlers are up. Good job moving away from those spores. Coming from the right side is Snute. Throwing down Corrosive Biles to pick off yet another tank. But 1 tank at a time is not going to do it. I don't think it's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, here. Again, small group here at the 2nd base that Snute made. Saving it, Fungal Biling it, though, is Snute. Taking those things down. He's not even really trying to get any more Broodlords again. He's just trying to win this thing with Roach Ravager, which I've never seen done past this point in time. So Kelazhur harassing, Kelazhur setting up tanks with +1 attack, doing 75 damage versus armored. But a lot of Ravagers here. A lot of Ravagers. Good spread here by Snute. Not clumping them up. This is something you want to notice, guys. I think he's going to go for it. I think he's going to go for it here. We can see all that right side with the concave. He's got to move in before more reinforcements come. And there he is. He's coming in. Not all of his units are attacking at the same time, though. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? This is not looking good. Not looking good. High-sec auto-tracking on the way for Kelazhur, which seems a little bit weird. A little tiny bit weird here. Trying to get Spore Crawlers up at the front, burrowing them to absorb tank shots, and now moving in with the Roaches and the Ravagers. Corrosive Biles landing, getting some decent hits here, and actually, I don't know who's going to win this battle. The tanks are still splashing on top of everything as they stand. 9 kills, 3 kills, 22 kills, and 7 kills, and enough Ravagers to do this. The reinforcing Marines and Marauders are coming in, trying to clean this thing up, but there are still tanks. Ravager count falling precipitously. It's 139 to 79 total. Supplier reinforcements, a fungal in there as well. Kelazhur almost gets it, and yes, Snute with the GG. Snute is defeated, and Kelazhur is victorious. Whoa! What? That was amazing. And again, it all hinged on Snute attacking with his Broodlords undefended. Kelazhur wiped them out in about 3.8 seconds flat. And then Roach, Ravager, Infestor wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It's never enough. I mean, there's not much at the front here for Kelazhur, but, you know, +3 Marines, even 6 of them, pretty good. 3 Marauders, 3 tanks at the front as well. Again, 26 kills on this one. That guy just, what is his rank? Commander? Tank commander here. He's got additional bases to Snute, but he just doesn't have the money to replace the army. 200 minerals. And again, he knows Roach Ravager is just a losing proposition against fully upgraded bio with medevac support, and he tapped out. So, amazingly great game. Man, I love these games between these players. Just beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff indeed. Okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.